I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm gonna allow y'all to come in. Good morning, guys. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, I just can't tell you, but I'm gonna tell you. No cards, but it's a message. I'll tell you that. I guess I should have known when I woke up seeing 555. I literally woke up at 5:55. All morning, I've been seeing the judgment. I've been seeing the judgment card. I'm like, oh shoot. It's terrible. What's going down in the DM? I don't know. That's what I just heard. Okay, so we got the energy here of many individuals. And some of you guys are clairaudient. Okay. And before I titled this live what I titled it, because I kept hearing Rick Ross, Stay Scheming. So I was in the shower this morning, right? And it's crazy how things happen. Every morning, like I tell y'all, I get up and I sage my space, right? Everything. And it was like none of this came until I saged my space. Then I got in the shower and it was like an overpouring, it's funny, of downloads coming. And I was hearing things like, you see my lights. Y'all see my lights. The one thing that I did hear was like, it was I don't know if this is like a meeting. This is behind the scenes type energy that needs to be brought to the forefront. Like I said, I don't need tarot cards. It was like this energy of meeting. And I heard, we need to stop them. And it wasn't her, him, it was them. So I'm getting a multitude of individuals are being spoken about. In certain rooms you have not entered. Remember that saying about God was going to place you in rooms that you would never walk in? And I'm telling you, intuitively, I'm seeing you being talked about in these rooms around these individuals that you have never been around. No tarot cards needed. For those of you guys who have been dealing with the gang stalking, the targeting, we've been seeing the hangman coming out a lot in tarot. And I don't think people really understand the hangman card. What the hangman card was intended to be in terms of spirituality, sacrificial energy. So when we talk about on an everyday 3D level, what that means, what that looks like, that is us using our gifts, right, to uplift humanity, to help, to come from a loving space, to uplift the vibration. And in us doing so, our exchange is the gang stalking, the lies, the theft, right? And I got a download too as well. Some type of scheme. Thank you. Okay. So when we talk about, when we be doing these reports on YouTube, right? And they just say, thank you for reporting. If we find anything, blah, 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 and they never do anything at all, right? Google owns YouTube. Google also is responsible for Google Maps and pretty much everything on our phones, correct? So when some of you guys are talking about this gang stalking and people aren't hearing you and you're being followed and all these other things, trust your intuition. I'm just the messenger. People want you to believe that no one sees you because you're screaming your shadow band, right? So as long as you can play on that narrative, no one sees me, I'm not talking to anybody, then that type of systematic injustice can continue. I'm just the messenger. There's a reason why so many of you guys who have been told to keep going, keep speaking, have been told to do so. I gotta believe if this is a walk of faith, right? And God's trying to uplift, and God is using us to do so, He is trying to also uproot at the same time, tower. When I was on Facebook, I was shadow banned because at first I thought I was like, okay, I'm too spiritual, they're not ready for this. Then I started like investigating things and they didn't like that either. So I left Facebook, came to YouTube. But do you guys recall a couple weeks ago me posting the lawsuit for Facebook? And that was because people were committing, that people weren't happy, people were depressed, people were being stalked, people were being harassed, bullied. And there was a lot of parents that were in on this lawsuit because things were being reported and things weren't being done and they were losing their children, these parents. And I posted that on YouTube for a purpose, to show a trend here. Now, I don't know the ins and outs, all the moving pieces. I don't care to know that. I got to believe that, like I was just saying, if I was called to give a message, that there are people that are called to receive it. So do I think that everyone is bad and corrupt? No. No, not at all. Not at all. But these are the downloads that I got this morning, 555 upon waking. So the download that I got was, their monitoring spirits cause confusion. Yours create clarity. So remember how I talked about that Page of Swords energy, which a lot of us see, right? The Page of Swords is talking about gathering information, learning more about a person or a thing. And we've been talking as well about these investors and these silent investors. And this is why it's very important for people to understand and get their mind out the gutter. Because you got to add some logic to spirituality. People just are in some fantasy world. And that's not like, that's where you're supposed to be. That's the illusion. But some people aren't programmed to go with someone's narrative when they have a higher consciousness that's guiding them. I got some things that I wrote down, but I'm channeling first. It's making a lot of sense why my intuition and my spirit guides were guiding me away from tarot on this platform. We keep holding up that 10 of Pentacles. You gotta flow with the message. If you get it, then you get it. Those who have eyes will see, and those who have ears will hear. And those who are blind won't. Those who are deaf won't, period. I feel like there's certain sectors of tarot. Like when we have these people that are doing like the love readings, right? And they're talking about people from the past coming back, blah, 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 all this weird stuff, okay? And when you really think about it in totality in the present, it's like, why? A lot of you guys, with you guys being in the public eye, you having certain presence, people don't want you to have that presence for whatever reason. And it's really quite crazy that there's so many people who are going through this. Literally, the day I put the cards down, I start getting downloads that have nothing to do with tarot, but what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to the tarot community. You're crazy. You need medication. This and this and that. You're perfectly fine. If you're like me, you have told many individuals that you have a public platform and you do this and you do that. And people still want to act like they don't see you. So my thing is, if there's things going on electronically, which we already know, people blocking people's channels, people playing with their revenue, people playing with their, what is that called? Protected information. Meaning, when you become a partner on this platform, you got to give all of your information. Right? They said make it make sense, tie it all together. All these messages that certain individuals are giving that are touching the surface, just barely touching the surface of what's going on. It's a bigger situation here. So I honestly don't know if there is like a current investigation going on into these matters. But with that tower, that 555 energy, there's something going on. And see, here's the thing. You guys came in with good hearts, good spirits, wanting to help and uplift. And that got taken and completely just used against you. And God sees that. God sees that you had pure intention, that you only wanted to help, that you wanted to uplift the space wherever you are, whoever you are. I just heard the situation will be rectified. So if it can happen on one platform, I'm pretty sure it can happen on another. I'm just saying. Okay. So what is this supposed tarot? Okay, that was what it was. 10 of Pentacles. Okay. Have a lot of you guys, if you guys have been seeing like the Hangman, the 10 of Pentacles, or the 3 of Pentacles, and cards like that together coming out when you do readings, that's another thing too. The 3 of Pentacles talks about that networking, collaboration, coming together, working together, right? So for you guys, that energy, 3 of Pentacles, Hangman, 10 of Pentacles, we keep talking about that inheritance. That's another thing. And this is why I said what I said the other day. When we be holding up these tarot cards, we're giving a message. We're saying we are channeling our collective. The name of the platform is what it is. They're part of the collective. It's theirs. So until you disconnect and you sit with yourself and you say, okay, if this is what's going on, God, why would you place me here? Okay. Then you start going more into your own situation, because there are many people on this platform who have talked about the same thing. I am just giving you confirmation. I'm giving you something that you didn't have before. Something I couldn't see before. Not the way I'm seeing it now. That 10 of Pentacles is that inheritance. In all actuality, I don't want to take it this far, but I did hear earlier this morning, sinister plot. You heard the horn outside. So we're holding up the card 10 of Pentacles, and we're like, da-da-da-da, you're about to get an inheritance. Who are we talking to? Are we telling the individuals, are we just regurgitating to the individuals who are 3 of Pentacles what they're trying to do and what they're going to receive if they're able to do so? Okay. Hangman card, 10 of Pentacles, Emperor, Empress. They're not trying to do these things to pages. They're not trying to do these things to the unawakened. And why are they doing these things? Because there are certain people who are actually on here to be. I guess when we take spirituality away from it, whistleblowers, right? We just on here as messengers. However you call yourself, whatever you call yourself, whatever your purpose is, I'm sure your purpose in some way is to uplift the vibration of a collective of individuals. If you're on this spiritual journey, if you are a healer, if you are a guide, if you say you do this for the Most High, come out from amongst them is what I heard when God was like, no more tarot for you on that platform. So God does things the way he wants to do them. He gives messages through us to y'all when he wants to, when the time is right. But I remember seeing Tower, 8 of Cups. And all I'm seeing is some of y'all, you walking away, there goes that faulty foundation. Because it was based off of whoever you are. And why these people are so hell-bent on, shifting narratives in chosen individuals' lives, it's different. I don't know your story. Why people attack me is different for why they attack you and the next and the next and the next. I don't know that story. I'm not going to sit up here and say it's the same for everybody. It's not. So, taking your ideas, using them against you. Did you ever wonder why the energy comes out the way it does? Did you ever wonder why the gang stalking was so bad? Investors, what are they actually invested in you for? See, when you put the tarot cards down, why are you being so heavily monitored by these monitoring spirits? You think I don't have nothing, I'm broke, I don't have this, I don't have that, but the knowledge that clearly most of you guys have already shown that you have, this ain't no conspiracy theory, this ain't nothing, this is too legit. What is coming from my spirit to give to you this morning. What are we giving them? Everyone in our collective is not bad, just like everyone in law enforcement is not bad. You understand what I'm saying here? Okay. But for those individuals who have that mindset that you've chosen one other one to be attacked, why are they invested in attacking you? And this is why, too, when we be doing these readings, you got to be careful, because I said too much knowledge in the wrong hands. Confirmation. Certain moves God needs you to make in silence. What are we giving them, pretty much? Why are we shadow banned? Some of you guys, these are questions you need to ask yourself if this is something you're going through. Why are you being shadow banned? Because let me tell you, the world might not be able to see you, or as many people in the world, but the people that are seeing you are seeing you. You get what I'm saying? Okay. This 10 of Pentacles, is it actually for us or those monitoring spirits to know the goal is still the goal? Okay. And what exactly are these people? And that's that 9 of Wands energy. Why do we have to keep going through the same thing? Why do we have to keep going through these battles? Why do we have to keep feeling like no one's listening to us? No one's hearing us. We're the 9 of Wands. Okay. The wounded warrior is what it's called, right? Okay. And what exactly are these people capable? Oh, damn. And what exactly are these people capable of doing for a 10 of Pentacles inheritance? Because it's coming out for a reason. Okay. Change the way you look at the situation. Oh, wow, I didn't even know that I wrote this, or I forgot that I wrote this. I just said it to y'all, but this is why God is telling some of y'all to move in silence. Who is YouTube employing? Are they qualified? Why are there no live communications? Confirmation. Truth tellers. We're literally telling them what they're doing to us. There's no way they don't know and or see. The monitoring spirits that are causing confusion in your lives, your monitoring spirits create clarity. When I said they're watching you, but they're being watched, this was 3-4 years ago. Confirmation. The Page of Swords. How are you getting the knowledge and the downloads? How are you getting more information? You're not going to search for it. Your spirit team, God, is coming in, bringing towers, moments of clarity, downloads, epiphanies. Page of Swords. You think God's only the Hierophant in tarot? God's energy is every card in that tarot deck. If that's who you subscribe to. Well, that's the message I got. I mean, that's what I got. So whoever needs that message, whoever is doing the right thing for all the individuals who keep fighting for their rights to be respected, for their lives to be protected, for things to be finally done with in this energy. This also happens when I'm realizing on a bigger scale, the scales, on a bigger scale, how when we are truly humanitarians and we add a little bit of God to that and we pray for something, that when we get that Ace of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, we should give back. We should help someone else out. Everybody's waiting for that big bag. I don't get it. It's more so about the heart of the situation. And if I'm going through something, there's someone else out there that's going through something, and someone else is going through something. And maybe all these someones just need someone who thinks differently than them to help them to fill in their puzzle of what it is they need to know. And that's why when we are chosen, there's no this whole competition thing. We all are here to figure something out. We're all here to be of service. And it sucks when it has to come to these points where we got to get on here and we got to, take that leap of faith. These people just think that we just doing shit that's like fun. This right here is a leap of faith. This is God telling me, I need you to say something. I need you to speak. Go ahead, you're protected. And if I believe in God, then I got to believe what he says. It's not for me, but for all of humanity. Okay. God has angels. And it's on the individual person to understand and harness if they want to be that. Do you want to help people? Do you want to uplift people? And yeah, if that's the case, sometimes with that comes some of these really real conversations. But if these conversations are never had and they're not addressed openly, it will just continue to be behind the scenes chatter. And I, for one, as someone who I keep speaking on is very, very tapped in, I'm tired of these conversations. Because we should be beyond that. we should be really looking into these things that a multitude of people are speaking on all the time. Luckily, I'm not someone who is in it like that, meaning when I see it, I step outside. I step outside of it. Like, nah, I don't want no parts to that. Like, I'm all set. And hopefully in your calling, in your purpose of learning who you are able to understand why you're being used in situations that you can't understand. This is why it's so important as well to be taking that time for self. Because I said, many of y'all, your purpose is not just to be on here flashing tarot cards. There are some great readers on this platform. Beautiful minded individuals, pure souls, pure essence. And when those individuals are seen, they're felt. And I appreciate all of you guys who have been going through whatever your battle is and staying true to yourself, staying true to the vision, staying true to whatever dream you were given, and understanding your place in this cycle of evolution that's transpiring. If we're to build something new, we have to at least begin to look at the things that are no longer working. And with a bunch of very, very awakened individuals, there are some things that cannot continue to transpire, especially in the lives of those people. Confirmation. Because what God is doing is he's forcing people into awakenings right now of their purpose. Because what is being done is being seen by a higher force. So there's a lot of divinely orchestrated things happening right now. There's a lot of change occurring right now. There's a lot of elevations happening right now. I told y'all the other day, somebody was walking up the stairs to their higher self. That ain't me. That's one of y'all. Y'all out here evolving. And the reason that you guys are being called to evolve, to come out whatever that comfort zone is because you're not doing anything. I don't feel like the people that I'm picking up on are doing anything for selfish gain. I feel like those people know who they are. But I feel like for those of you guys who are doing it from a righteous place, because you really want to be like, yo, like, let's go. Let's make some shit better. Let's work together. Let's help each other. Let's see someone having a situation going on in their life and offer to help and assist. Whereas people be like, oh, this person don't deserve that. They don't. But who said that? Who said that? And that kind of makes me sad because we never know when we're going to be in a situation where we need someone. And I would hate to be that person that feels like no one else deserves nothing. See, when you think further down the road and you think of the bigger picture here, do unto others as you would have done to you. We're placed to be an asset. We were placed here to be a help. We were placed here to touch many individuals for the better. And I am sorry for those of you guys who are on this platform, who are readers, who are truth tellers, who are truly divine messengers, angels sent from heaven to help these individuals. My heart goes out to y'all. I believe in you because I believe in me. And if you resonate with me, then we are of the same family. So my prayers are with all of y'all. Like I said before, this is what I heard when I was taking a shower this morning about this whole situation that I've been speaking on and that many readers have been speaking on. And if they allow this message to be seen, they allow it to be seen. If this message is seen and people actually begin to look into these situations, I'm sure they will find a lot. But with that being said, I was told to give a message. The message has been given, And that's all I'm going to do with it. I'm going to let God do the rest. I'm going to let God handle his portion because I did mine. Like I said, I'm going to still be on here. But see, when I was getting attacked with them tarot cards, my messages wasn't coming fluid like this. Clear your energy. Change your life around. Change around those daily habits that, that become rituals. Put the tarot cards down for 2-3 days. See if you don't get some reality, some epiphanies. See if God don't actually show you something. Confirmation. If you're enlightened, if you're evolved, if you're truly tapped in, you don't need them cards. The cards will actually stunt your growth. So for some of y'all, this is what happens when you put down tarot cards. You get more tapped in, you hear more, and you're able to give clearer messages that people can understand. Because again, everyone is not spiritual. Everyone doesn't believe in tarot card energy. People need to know things, like real things. People need to understand logically what you're talking about. You understand? So if you guys are trying to give a message, for instance, there's many people on here. Try doing it without the cards. It might get received a little bit better. Some people see the cards and they get a little anxious. Oh no, she's going to see what I'm... Let it flow. Let God move through you and use you how he wants to use you to be a vessel of change, a catalyst for others' growth. It only bothers those not wanting to accept the change that's happening. The age of Aquarius has been happening. There are many individuals who are waking up to different gifts that they have. And again, the content of a person is in which, for me, how they use those gifts. If you're using your gifts to help people, if you're using gifts to free people, if you're using gifts to enlighten people in all sectors of life, you're using your gifts for the right purpose. But those individuals who keep spinning this narrative and who are using their gifts to do the opposite, I don't know what to say for that. Sorry if we threw a monkey wrench in your plan of allowing certain individuals, or just individuals period, to not have the freedom to believe and speak and live as they want to. All because of their knowing. People say it's all about the money, but at the end of the day, you're clear seeing, clear audience, clear smelling, clear feeling, clear tasting. Clear is the operative word, though. Okay? That's what your spirit team, that's what God needed you to know, whoever you are, chosen one that needed this message today. And for anyone else out here who is looking into this situation and actually trying to help and be of service to individuals beside myself that have voiced many times they are going through these situations that are unfair in their lives. That's it. We just asking for a little help. We're just asking for a little of the love return that we give back. We're just asking to be understood. We're just asking to finally be free of what these individuals are trying to do. That's all we're asking for. And I'm speaking for many. That's why I'm saying we. We're just asking for fairness. We're just asking to be paid what it is that we are worth. That's it. And we're asking to be able to have a life that is like everyone else. We're all different. We're all, I feel like, in this reality entitled to peace, if nothing else. So for those of you guys that needed this is your confirmation. For anyone else who needed it for informational purposes or whatever the case may be, it's here. All right? I'm out. Have a good one, guys.